Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today is going to be another individual training session, but I'm going to slightly change up the format from how I usually do these individual technical sessions, because if you watch these regularly, you'll know that I usually involve all different aspects of the game: passing, first touch, ball mastery, dribbling and finishing. But today I'm going to work on dribbling only. So that all depends on how my team sessions are going. If there's something I feel like I didn't get enough of in those sessions, I'll do an individual session based only on that one thing. So I do get questions from time to time asking me what's better, to work on one thing during training or working on multiple things during training. And I think that depends on you as a footballer and your situation. So if you're training with a team multiple times per week, you can afford to do these individual sessions when you're only working on one thing, because in your team sessions you're working on all different aspects of the game anyway. You're getting a lot of touches, working on your decision making, first touch, passing, shooting, everything. But if you don't train with a team, it's important to really try and involve as much of the game as you can. So that's how I treat my training. Almost think of it like a supplement to your team sessions, because your team sessions is where you learn the game, you work on your decision making. That's where you grow the most as a player, and these individual sessions should supplement that so you can get that extra work in. Huge thank you to the Amino Company for sponsoring today's video. The Amino Company and I have partnered. They're helping me fuel and recover from my sessions by providing me with supplements such as Perform, which helps improve my endurance, my strength, my peak performance, and also helps me with my focus because it also has caffeine. As an athlete, you're always pushing your body and your mind to the limit, and you can experience a lot of physical and mental fatigue. So supplements like Perform can really help reduce those effects so you can get the most out of your training sessions. This is the blue raspberry flavor, my absolute favorite. I'll put 3 scoops in my water and start drinking it 30 minutes before training just to get it into the system, start getting me energetic and switched on. Then I'll continue to sip it throughout my session so I can enjoy those effects. My favorite thing about the Amino Company products, they're all backed by science. They've been clinically tested, so you know you're getting products that actually work. They've been tested out, the effects have been shown, so you know you're putting good quality products into your body so you can get the most out of your sessions. So once again, check out the links in my description box below if you want to check out the Amino Company and all of their great products. Thanks again for sponsoring today's video, but let's get right into the session. So I began this training session with the same warm-up you guys see in all of my individual sessions, beginning with a dynamic warm-up, going into some band activation work, and then finishing with some fast feet exercises. But then I jumped straight into this first drill. It's a bit of a dynamic ball mastery exercise. So it's a variation of the standard cone weave. Usually with a cone weave, you put cones in a straight line at the same distance apart. But with this, every third cone is staggered out to the side. Just makes it a bit more challenging. And I'm focusing on the 3 main areas to control the ball with. I'm using the inside, the outside, and sole of both feet. So the first time through, I went through using the inside and outside. Second time through, as you can see, I'm only using the inside of both feet. And then the third time through, you'll see in a second that I'm using the sole and inside of both feet. So just getting those sharp touches, getting comfortable before I move into some more intense drills. But ball mastery on the move is very important. Controlling the ball in those tight spaces, keeping the ball close to your body, and being comfortable using all the different surface areas of both feet. So for each of these exercises, I just went through twice back to the starting point, and that felt good enough to go into my next drill feeling sharp and confident on the ball. So for the second drill, as you can see, I've put the cones in a straight line this time, about 2 steps apart. And instead of going through the cones in a constant rhythm like you would typically do with a cone weave, I'm making sure I'm very deliberate at each cone that I get to. Pulling off a 1v1 move, just a slight body feint, and then shifting the ball from one side of my body to the other, working on my croquetas. And then the second time through, I did the same thing. So slight body feint, and then rolling the ball through the gaps. So this is a great way to work on your 1v1 moves, just getting comfortable controlling the ball in tight spaces and using your body to fake the defenders out. If you can get comfortable with these quick, agile movements, it's going to serve you in those 1v1 situations. And it's also a great way to develop your dynamic ball mastery as well. So once again, between these exercises, you'll notice I'm using the inside, the outside, and the soles of both feet, really emphasizing those 3 main areas to dribble the ball with. Then I went into my third drill, another dynamic ball mastery, a little bit sharper this time. So I've created some gaps between the cones. So essentially they're gates to either side of me. So I'm performing the ball mastery move through the gate and then back through to the middle. So again, going through the first round using just the inside of both feet. The second time through, I'm using the soles, so I'm rolling it through, then back across, and with the inside of my opposite foot, pushing it forward towards the next gap until I've gotten all the way through to the opposite side, then just going back to the start. So for all of these exercises that you've seen, I'm just going to the end and back, and then going to the next area of the foot that I want to control the ball with until I've gotten through 3 exercises that use the inside, the outside, and also the sole of both feet. I threw in a bonus one on this drill just because I wanted to work on some L drags as well. Very simple movements, nothing fancy, but just manipulating the ball using those different surface areas of both feet in ways that I would typically do during a training session or a match. So a quick L drag, then dragging it back through with the opposite foot, and then pushing it forward again with the inside of the foot. So these are very basic movements. You can practice these and get really good at them if you just work on these simple dynamic ball mastery exercises. Then I went into the 4th drill, so for the final 2 drills, now I'm working on dribbling with a bit more speed. Up until this point, it's been more about ball mastery, manipulating the ball with all the different surface areas of both feet. But now we're working on getting the ball on the move, keeping it close to our body, taking a touch of the ball with every step. So I've put these 2 circles down, so 6 cones per circle, and all I'm doing is dribbling around the edge of the circle. So I'm going with the right foot around one circle and then with the left foot around the other circle. So really working on getting comfortable, traveling with the ball with both feet. Really emphasize taking a touch of the ball with every step. You want to be able to travel as quickly as possible, but while keeping the ball under full control. Don't sacrifice control for speed. Try and get a good balance of both. So for this exercise, I just went through 3 rounds of 30 seconds without stopping. And then for the 5th drill, I've created 2 squares, one big one on the outside, 7 steps in between each of those cones. And then the small box in the middle has 1 step in between each of the cones. And we're dribbling diagonally from one cone to the other on the outside, going through the box in the middle. So you go around the nearest cone to the corner that you entered the square with, around the cone next to it, trying to keep the ball under control, quick movement in the middle, and then drive to the next corner. And as you can see, once you've gone from one corner to the other and back, then it's a recovery, so you're jogging slowly with the ball to the next corner of the square, and then you repeat this until you've gotten around all 4 corners and back to the starting point. So this is a combination of working on dribbling with the ball at a little bit more pace and then working on that dynamic ball mastery in the middle. You can vary up the exercise that you use in the middle to get through that square. I personally like to use a quick action, transferring the ball from the outside of my foot to the inside of that same foot so I can get it back in the direction I want to go. But I also sometimes include the cricketer. You can roll it across with the sole. You can be creative with this one, work on all those different movements we did at the start in the dynamic ball mastery exercises. So for this drill, I just went through it 3 repetitions. As you can see, it's a little bit longer to complete each repetition of this drill. So you will get a little bit of fitness in with this one too, but the emphasis is all on dribbling, getting those touches, manipulating the ball with all the different surface areas of both feet. So there we go guys, that's the session complete. As you can see, very simple dribbling drills, just getting hundreds to thousands of touches in different ways, turning with the ball, ball mastery, tight dribbling, all of those different movements I'm going to encounter during a session with my teammates. So I hope you enjoyed those. Remember, if you are doing individual sessions, the bulk of your sessions should be involving multiple areas of the game if you're not training regularly with a team, at least in my opinion. But if you are training with a team, it's okay to come in and do these specific sessions, working on those attributes that are a bit more applicable to your position. So if you're a winger, you might want to get some crossing, you might want to get some cutting inside and shooting, or some dribbling. So just based on your position and what you do often during a match, it's good to polish those things in your individual sessions. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.